If you've never been in an abusive relationship, there is something you might not understand about it. When you are inside it, you are not living, you are surviving. And survival can look like strength. Survival can look like normal. Survival can look like you're still showing up, still functioning, still doing the school run, still going to work, answering the messages, carrying responsibility like nothing is happening. And that's why people don't know. Because you are not collapsed, you are operational, you are moving, but you are not alive. You can be working and still be a kind of dead. That is the best way I can describe it. You can be alive, but you are not alive. When I was in it, I was functional. I was doing everything I needed to do every day. And yes, I knew I wasn't myself. I knew I had lost myself, but I was still fine on the outside. Because you can't be a walking dead and have the world notice immediately. You learn how to perform while your spirit is being slowly emptied. And here is what I realized. You see, sometimes you don't truly understand the damage that's been done to you until you come out. Because inside a relationship, your mind is in survival mode. Your body is in survival mode. Your spirit is trying to endure. You are adapting to pain like it's weather. You are normalizing what is not normal just to get through another day. When I came out, that's when the reality hit me. That's when I saw the extent of what had been done to my confidence, my identity, my mind, my soul. I did not walk out in my confidence. I walked out injured. For months, I didn't even have the confidence to write my CV. Imagine that. Me, alone in the room, laptop open, time available, ability intact, but no confidence because I had been psychologically trained to believe I couldn't do anything. Even the things I used to do with ease, I started doubting. It wasn't just doubt, it was fear of being judged, fear of, the fear that every line I wrote will be wrong, fear that anything I produce will be criticized. That abuse stayed in my body. It followed me out. It did. And let me say this for the person who keeps telling themselves, I am staying for the children. I need you to hear me clearly. You are not staying for your children. You are surviving for your children. But the environment you are surviving in is still shaping you. It is impacting your mind, your spirit, your soul day by day. Look, the things you are exposed to, the things you swallow, the fear you carry, the way you shrink to keep the peace, none of it disappears because you are smiling. It becomes an imprint. And sometimes it's only when you leave, when you finally see it from the outside, that you realize how much of you had to die just to remain there. Because when I left, there were moments I couldn't get out of bed, and that shocked me because during the relationship I could get up, do what I needed to do, tick the boxes, keep life moving. But after I left, when it was quiet, when I was myself, when my body finally had permission to stop performing, getting out of bed felt like climbing the highest mountain. Not because my legs couldn't, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, it was like my whole inner world had been carrying the weight for so long. And the moment I stepped out of the war zone, my body said, now we feel everything. But do you know what gave me strength? My children. I remember saying to God, whatever has happened to me must not impact their lives. The fact that I left does not mean their lives should become worse as a result. They gave me a reason to rise when everything inside of me wanted to stay down. Even when my mind didn't want to go, I had to be strong for them. And I am grateful to God, and I am grateful to my children for the strength God used them to give to me, because they are innocent. And listen, I'm going to tell the story. I'm going to tell the story about the CV, my interviews. I'm going to tell about how I got my first job again, what happened, everything step by step, because it matters, because somebody needs to see what recovery can look like in real life. Not perfect, not pretty, but possible. So here is what I'm saying to you. If you are in a relationship and you know it's taking a toll on you, get out fast. Not because you are weak, but because damage is being done. If you are still functioning, people might look at you and think you are okay. You might even tell yourself you are okay, but I promise you, if you are surviving, you are not okay. You can be alive and not be alive. And I need you to hear this part too. Death is not only when the body goes into the grave or when you stop breathing. There is a kind of death that happens when you are still breathing, when your confidence is buried, when your voice is buried, when your identity is buried, when your joy is buried, when you are present but not fully here. And it is not God's will for you to live like that. It is God's will that you prosper even as your soul prospers. And He has given you the right to choose between life and death. And He urges you to choose life. So choose life. Choose life even if it's scary. Choose life even if people don't understand. Choose life even if you have to rebuild from scratch. Choose life because you deserve to be whole. Choose life because your children deserve a parent who is alive, not just breathing. Choose life because your future needs you. And if you're watching this and you feel seen, hold on. You are not crazy. You are not weak. You are not alone. What you are feeling has a name. And what you've lost can be rebuilt one step at a time, one decision at a time. This is your reminder. You are allowed to leave survival mode. You are allowed to come back to yourself. You are allowed to redefine your narrative. If you are in immediate danger, please prioritize your safety. Call your local emergency number and contact the domestic abuse service in your country for confidential support and planning. If you deserve help that is real and practical, not just words, choose life. God bless you.